Good afternoon, everyone. Thank you very much for tuning in. This is the Tour Operators Academy, and our aim is to make sure that everyone gets to learn about tourism. And today we have special guests that have been in the industry for over 40 years. And I am very, very sure that each one of us is going to benefit from this conversation. It's going to be very, very conversational. So unfortunately, we will not open it up to any questions out there, but we are so glad that we had this opportunity to meet with these two wonderful couple. And I'm going to start from the left, your right, to introduce yourself. We are from the Tour Operators Academy. Tour Operators Academy is a body that has brought together tour operators, over 250 tour operators, to help one another to make the business better. And today we are so blessed to hear from you and other tour operators on how this business can grow and how you've made it for all these 40 years as tour operators. But before that, would please introduce yourselves to the viewers out there.
Hello, my name is Tina Kato, brackets Rankin, and I'm Ugandan, of course, now living in Britain, but I'm Ugandan, and really happy to help.
Yeah, thank you very, very much. And then, yes, sir.
Yes, thank you. It's a delight to join you. And my name is Malcom Rankin. I am British. I first came to Uganda in 1984. I am a farmer by tradition, and I still have a farm. I'm married to Tino. She lives with me, but we travel here a lot, of course, to Uganda. So since 1984, I've been traveling backwards and forwards to Uganda. And the reason I originally came was because we were hearing about food starvation and shortage in Africa, and I just came to see what I could do to help. And for 8 years, I was traveling around the country, getting to know the country well, traveling. And then I began to realize it was quite expensive. Malcolm, how can you help with your cost? And I thought, bring other people with me. Bring other people from UK. So I started advertising in UK and saying, I'm going to Uganda. I know the country a little bit. I'm not trained as a tourist. I'm a farmer. But if you'd like to join me. And it started growing and growing. And after 2 or 3 years, I was getting groups of 14 and 16 people wanting to come with me. And as a farmer, I still had work to do back in England, but I was able to come here twice a year. So every February, every July, I came with a group to Uganda twice a year. And I did that until 2018. I'm now 85, so I'm getting a little bit musée, and so I've slowed down a bit. But I formed a company, Uganda Experience. We registered it in Uganda, we registered it in England, and the company still exists, and we have plans to push it again in the future, now with the younger generation coming along in the family. So that's my... that's how I came to be in Uganda.
Thank you. You're welcome to the Heart of Africa. And we are going straight into the questions, and I'm going to ask Daniel to ask you the first question and on how you have worked with. Please, Daniel.
Okay. My first question would be this. How would you advise us to build the spirit of tourism in Uganda?
How do you build the spirit of tourism in Uganda? Well, I think for a start, let me say, Daniel, you've got a great product. In other words, and I'm not just saying it to flatter the country, seriously, you have a beautiful country. You've got so much to offer, and yet it is undersold abroad. If I tell you that the British market, every weekend, Tina and I have a newspaper, and there is a big tourism supplement. And every week we will see countries all over the world being talked about by the British press. And so often I'm looking for, where's Uganda? Where's Uganda? Yes, I've heard of all. But the two big British markets at the moment, if a British person wants to go on safari and see wildlife and see animals, which is what many do, the two big markets at the moment are the mid-range to upper end is Kenya, and similarly mid-range to upper end is South Africa. People fly to Kruger National Park. And so how do you build it? I think what we've got to do from the Uganda perspective is keep just pushing ourselves internationally, getting the name, this name Uganda. And what's more, Daniel, one other thing, as you well know from the Ebola situation this year, tourism can be, I was explaining the word just now, a fickle business. It can go up, it can go down. Something affects it. And you've got to have, many years ago, I remember there was an incident at one of the camps in Windy Forest.
Yes.
I had just been there 3 days before. And that immediately, now, we know now Uganda is peaceful. Uganda is settled. Politically, Uganda is settled. It's a safe country. So we've got to get that to improve the spirit of tourism here and the desire, the confidence amongst you. Let me tell you, you have got something good to sell. And I say that as one who's been coming here for 42 years now. You've got something good to sell. That market over there in Europe, in America, and the rest of the world, we've got to get the name Uganda. Just keep pushing through either the UTB or through Auto or through both. Let's just keep making sure that we get publicity pushed out. Did you know in Uganda that the number of gorillas is now? Did you know in Uganda that you can? Did you know that we've got lodges to suit every taste? Did you know you can wake up on the Nile and just gaze out there as you have your breakfast and so on? We've got to increase, improve the spirit of tourism by selling what we've already got, which is something great. Okay.
I think where I can add on
Yes,
quickly
please. Yes, please.
is to have that love to work together, because there's a lot of competition. Everyone that opens up something wants to be the one to stand out, and then the rest are pushed down. Try to have that, if you don't have something, Julius has it, Derek has it. Point him out. Don't hide it. Don't keep it. Don't go there because you want. No, the client wants to know something. Julius knows about it. Push it on. Have that unity, love for one another. That will really bring us up. United.
Awesome. Mr. Malcolm, I wanted to ask you a question. Maybe how can we be exceptionally handling this business? I know you have exceptionally handled the tourism business. How have you managed to do that?
We can be exceptional by doing everything we do well, doing it professionally.
Yeah.
If your clients arrive at the airport, simple things, if your clients arrive at the airport, at the moment, they are met with long queues. I'm one, I'll be waiting in one tonight at the airport. If we could encourage those who handle us when we even enter the country through the airport to make the process swifter, smoother, and simpler, that would be an attractive start.
Okay.
But then using vehicles that are reliable, using people and drivers that are trustworthy. It sounds simple, and obvious, maybe, Julius, but these are the things so that people arrive and immediately feel. I know when I first came here, I just wanted to feel comfortable, relaxed. I want to know that when I go in Daniel's helicopter, I just want to get the feeling straight away. It's okay. Everything's organized. He said, be at Kajansi at 10 o'clock. I'm there at 10. He's there at 10. The machine is ready to fly. And so on. So doing everything well, that's what makes us exceptional. When tourism started taking off in Uganda in the 90s, and don't forget, of course, tourism had, unlike Kenya, which had just grown and grown and grown, you had some difficult years in the 70s, and the 80s was recovering. It was until the 90s that things slowly started happening again. So it's a case of just doing everything thoroughly, because in the 90s a lot of people sprang up. Oh, I can do tourism. I've got a car. I've got a map. I can see. Know your road, we say. Know it. He knows what he's talking about. He knows what he's talking about. We've been listening to Derek saying, telling us what he's obviously knows. I can tell Daniel knows. I can tell you know your road. I've met Ugandans occasionally in high places to do with tourism, and I've started saying to them, "Where's your favourite park?" "Oh, I have never been." You've got to know what you're doing. If you're going to encourage people, you know it yourself. You've done it. You've been there. You've tasted it. You see, aim for the tops. And it doesn't matter whether you're doing budget, low range, or high range. Still do it with the best people you can, people you can trust, vehicles you can trust, places you can trust, so that when your customer goes home, they say, "Wow, everything worked. It was good." Okay.
Awesome. Madam Tina, you want to say something about that?
Just to bring in, because you say, how can you improve? How can you stand out?
Yeah.
It may be completely on the side, but simple things.
Yeah.
We went to Cocoa Beach. As we parked, another group of, could have been Americans, 7 of them came out. So there were Ugandans with their green little, lighters calling and parking. So they park, they come out, and one of them in that light jacket gets a bottle of Renzori, drinks. As he finishes it, he kicks it and does that and walks off.
Wow.
I called him back. I called him from a distance. I said, "You come back, pick it up."
Wow.
How can we be having visitors now and you're doing this? And in front of kids, we had kids with us. I told him, pick it up, and he picked it up and took it away.
Wow.
Now, things like that, but also as tour operators,
Yes.
and from the young ones as you are,
Yes.
have time sometime and said, "You know what, let's have one Saturday, Sunday in a month.
Yeah.
Let's get together and pick up. Let's go to some place, clear the litter."
Okay.
But also push on that information, because guests are coming every time. There's litter everywhere. It doesn't take away anything from you when you take your suit off, Derek, and say, "Today I'm putting on my overalls with the rest of us. We're going to clean a certain place." Talk to the government about it. If they say council doesn't want, Emiala, your trenches are full of rubbish, water scattering everywhere. Come together in every 3 months once. Put your jackets on, get your jembes, clean. Because again, you're having tourists. How can they come to visit when you messed up like that?
Wow, these are really wonderful pieces. My name is Derek from Ronick Tours and Travel, and it's a great pleasure to meet you, Malcolm, and hear from you, hear these words of wisdom. Of late, our industry is growing, I can say. It is growing better than those days that you came into Uganda. If I may ask, what would you advise, or like now the tour operators here, this is the Tour Operators Academy, they are all out there watching to hear your words of wisdom. How can you advise us to maintain this growth? How can we continue growing a reputable tourism industry?
Your question is a good one, Derek, and I'll tell you why. It's so easy in life, and I've noticed in Uganda especially, it's very easy to start something. To maintain that standard, that's the difficult bit.
Yeah.
Starting it is the easy bit. And so, simply in answer to your question is, once you've started, and you are all practical men, I like that. There's a world of difference between theory, the workshop, the schoolroom, the learning place, and actually being there in a vehicle with 4 or 5 tourists with you who've come, paid big money, good money, to come and see. There's a world of difference between the two.
And that is the work of the academy.
Brilliant.
Yeah.
Yes.
And this is marvelous. This is why I think you're so relevant.
Thank you.
What you're doing. You are men who are practical, and women who are doing something practical. But once you've started your business, you've got a business going, and you were telling me about it in Fort Portal and so on. And Daniel, Julius, you've been telling me about your businesses. You've started them. The hard bit now is keeping it and even improving it, so that every experience doesn't reduce. We all know how easy it is to begin, and then you get tired. Oh, and I've had enough. And no, you've got to keep. I'll go back to what I said at the beginning of our interview. You've got a fantastic product, believe me. Uganda has so much to offer. I do think, by the way, that passengers coming in, or tourists coming in from Europe and the Commonwealth and everywhere and so on, more and more, I think, will look to arrive at Entebbe and then look to fly to where they want to go to, because the traffic situation, of course, is increasing and getting thicker and slower, especially if you're trying to get out through Kampala or across or up through Kampala. No, I think we may see that happen. But no, just maintain those little details. Make sure your staff smile at people. Make sure you smile at people. Make sure they feel welcome. How many times have you gone to somewhere here and you're met with it doesn't make you feel welcome. A smile at the airport, at a greeting, and so on. From the minute you meet your clients, and I used to meet mine, I used to wait for them at the airport. And then for 2 weeks they were with me on a circular tour, 14 days, Western Uganda. And then I would deliver them back to the airport. So from the minute they arrived, I wanted them to feel comfortable and safe and know that they were in the hands of someone, and together with my drivers and the vehicles I would have, that they could trust.
Yeah.
So let them know continuously and keep it up.
Yeah.
Don't let it drop.
Yeah. Yeah.
Thank you very much. And right there, I would like to ask you another question, because what you have mentioned, being nice to our guests and maintaining the standards, all that happens when we have the guests. But I heard you earlier mentioning that you authoritatively say Uganda is safe, which we all know that is Uganda is very safe. But currently, so many some countries I can mention, including your own country, the UK, when you look at their travel advisories, they say it's unsafe to go to Uganda. How now? Talking maybe to our authorities or us, the two operators, how much loud do you think we can make this noise for the entire world to know that Uganda is a safe place to be or a safe destination?
I think one of the ways you can do it is through you have a high commission or an embassy in most major countries. Certainly, I've been to the one and met the tourism officer in the one in London. There's a very central one in London. They have quite an influence. They are in touch with political circles in government at high level. I would encourage all the time, just keep encouraging through UTB. Keep encouraging your commissions abroad to spread the news. Let the press know. Let them tell them every now and again to send a little article to the main newspapers saying, "Look, it's okay. Ebola is finished now." I mean, to be fair, you're right. People have been cancelling in UK,
Yes, yes.
but to be fair, they didn't shut the door. Some countries actually shut the door and said, "Don't go to Uganda," and we know one or two of those countries. But UK did say, go, but be aware. But I think through your high commissions and through UTB itself, being in touch through places like the World Travel Market, which is coming up in 3 months' time in London, the British one, just continue to keep pumping away, saying it's okay. You've just got to keep plugging away, getting the message across to both the press, and that can be done through UTB, through your High Commission, through the major newspapers. The major newspapers in England do a weekly supplement on tourism, pages and pages of where to go. And the British people in January, February, December, when it's cold, they sit there and plan their next tour and their tour abroad. Get that name Uganda in there.
That is an amazing insight. And actually, I think that brings us to this question. What spots do you see that are affecting the business in Uganda at the moment? Yeah.
Well, we know, of course, the obvious one at the moment is because of wretched Ebola break on the Congo border, which has gone. We know from personal experience. We know people who were coming to Uganda this year, and they've stopped. They haven't cancelled Uganda. No, we'll just leave it for another year. They will come. From my own experience, many years ago, when I was organising 2 tours, February and July that year, and I'd got about 20 people in total I was bringing out. You may remember there was a very bad Ebola outbreak over in Sierra Leone, thousands of miles away. I had half my group cancel. It's in Africa, you see. Africa. Whoa. Just be careful. There's Ebola. But Uganda, no, it's Africa, sorry. So people's perception is they just want to know they're going somewhere which is, how do you make it attractive? There are little ways you can help. I have to say, I repeat it, I just wish that the airport system, as you enter, there are huge queues. Every busy airport has queues, especially when a big airplane lands with 300-400 people on board. Of course it does. But their system at Entebbe Airport is often very slow, and people will say to me afterwards, gosh, it took us 2 hours to get through the airport. They've had a long journey, they've been flying for 8 to 9 hours, they're tired. So that's one way. I think also with Kampala's traffic getting as serious as it is, I think if we can start pushing the internal plane system, and we've used some of your planes going here and there, I think that's going to become more and more attractive, that your vehicle meets you in Fort Portal, on the Nile, in Queen Elizabeth, in Lake and Borough, or wherever you're going,
Yeah.
Any spots that you've seen?
It's the driving. The driving is awful in Uganda. Now that I've been abroad and back, goodness me, it scares me. By the time you drive from here to Same Action Falls, actually getting out of Kampala, your heart is just like, you need to be checked again. The driving, more lessons need to be done, and mostly even express highway. You still have the sign there, keep left unless overtaking. They still keep right. They still stay on the right. So someone is dangerously coming to take off, overtake from the inside. The driving, I don't know how you're going to do this, educate people on driving. It's a big one.
And I'll just add on again, Julius, if you don't mind.
Yes, please.
Tina's absolutely right, actually. We've been talking about safety. Is Uganda a safe country? Yes, of course it is. But people say to me, is it safe? And I say, yes, the biggest risk, and personally my biggest fear, whenever I come, there's not terrorism or anything like that. No, Uganda's peaceful. Not being attacked by a wild animal, no. It's that being on the road. That matatu, that lorry that's coming towards you on your side of the road, that's the biggest danger that you face here, and it's a huge one, that is. But slowly trying to get your driving etiquette and manners educated a little bit, so we respect each other a bit more on the road. I respect you when I try and overtake you and push you to the side or push you out the way. I'm giving a sermon now.
People don't queue here. People don't queue. You're trying to navigate a pothole and another one is taking over in front of you. And the lorry is coming by that trailer and they will push you off. So it's up to you whether you push a boda off as well, and the bicycle and the pedestrian, by the way, you're killing them. He's gone. Respect for one another on the road. Please shout it out. Respect one another. You'll get there safely.
Respect one another on the road is very, very important. As a tour operator, we are here to learn, and that's why the Tour Operators Academy is here to teach us. And today we are so grateful that we have the legends in this industry, and I'm hoping that very many young tour operators are having something that they are learning this day. At any time that you'll be watching this program, I hope you're learning from the legends. Thank you very much. We are coming to the close of this, and we have one question each one of us, and then we close up to this. Personally, I want to ask you this question. You've been into this industry for a long time. Do you have any alumni body that you belong to, and how does it help to promote business anyway?
No, strangely enough, Julius, the answer to your question is no, apart from being still a member
Yes.
ever since I started tourism of Auto.
Yes.
So I belong to Auto. Uganda Experience belongs to Auto, and we are on in the process of getting it, enlarging it again, and
Yes.
getting it going again. So no, I was a self-taught.
Oh.
I came as somebody, and like I said to you earlier on, I did my first tour, no experience at all, but just being good with people.
Yes.
You were talking about it, Derek, being good with customers, relating to your customers,
Yeah.
firm, yes, responsible,
Yes.
in charge, but nevertheless charming and pleasant.
Wow. So, what have you learned? Like, how do you work it out without any alumni body, any belonging?
What I learned very quickly, Julius, was that I learned very quickly I could take people to the most amazing sites in Uganda. I could take them to Lake Bunyoni and stay on the island. I could take them to Lake Kamburo. I could take them down to the gorillas, where you name it, wherever. Up on the Nile, Kidepo. Take them wherever you can. At the end of the day, you quickly learn it's the clients you've got with you. Make sure you get to know and understand your clients. The wildlife is predictable.
Yes.
Knowing your clients and who you're with, and learning to be, to handle them and deal with them pleasantly, but firmly. But clients, every client is different, as I guess you guys
Yeah.
must all know. But
Yeah.
True.
Yeah.
Maybe as we are winding up, I'll bring forth my last question. In three categories, what would you advise? What advice would you give to the old, the middle, and the young tour operators?
right.
Uh,
To all tour operators,
Tour
whatever
operators,
age
yes.
they are, I will say what I said earlier on: know your road. Never take a client or send a client to somewhere that you don't know yourself. If you're young, young tour operator, no doubt you will concentrate more on maybe the water rafting at Ginger, something active, or these walking trails in Karamoja, which we've seen. We were there 2 weeks ago in Moroto. You'll do. When you get to my age, much older, then you will want to just do some more bird watching, or just looking, sitting, watching, enjoying, or even having that sundowner late at night, just before the sun goes down on the Nile. You see? So it's just, yes, every tour operator will have his own characteristic and will have his own speciality. Good. You've been specializing in doing school parties. It's amazing. You identified a range of people that you want to be with, and every age of operator has certain abilities. Yeah, I couldn't do whitewater rafting now at 85, but someone like Richard, when he matures and starts organizing tours, he'll have the strength and the energy. Yes.
I think to add on, you said in 3 words:
Yeah.
quality, quality, quality. Do it, let it be small, but then put in your every energy in doing it well. Don't try to do so much because you want to earn here and there and there. Because so and so is doing helicopters, I'll also do them. You don't know them. You can't. Just do what you can. Get your niche. Focus on it. Do it well and satisfy your customers, your client. Okay.
Actually, you mentioned something very interesting there that I think we have so much in our tourism industry here. Uh, Thinking that maybe Quasi Adventures is doing well because he's doing helicopters. I think I should try helicopters. Seeing, jumping, not concentrating on one niche, jumping on this, the other, thinking maybe that it will do more. Could you please say something more about that, Malcolm?
Yes, very much so. I think what Daniel's doing is an amazing development. And that's, I think that's going to be very
Yeah.
appealing. Obviously, to high end market, I'm guessing.
Yeah.
But I think it's lovely and fascinating that Uganda is beginning to offer this sort of top range, as well as the range that you're doing, every range. I will go back to my favorite theme point, and that is knowing your client. And I'll give you an example. I once was down at Ware Lodge with a group. I had 12 people with me. We were doing a 2-week circular tour of Uganda, and we were in Ware Lodge. We'd been there 2 nights. Now, I always made sure that when my clients arrived on the first day, I would always let them rest quietly in Entebbe. We might go in the botanical gardens. I might take them to see the wildlife centre there, or they could rest. But I was conscious that most of my clients were older, high-end people, and they were tired. They'd been flying all night, maybe not sleeping. They wanted to rest. Anyway, my experience that taught me a lot was in my early years. I was down with a group at Ware Lodge, and as we were having dinner at about 8 o'clock in the evening, in arrived a group of European tourists. They were all also 60s, 70s-year-old. There were about 7 or 8 of them in a group. And they came straight off the vehicle. You could see they were exhausted, and they sat down at their table for dinner, and within minutes, one lady had fainted. And you could see them rushing around to help her. And I went to offer to help, can I take you to the nearest hospital, which was Kigando, at the bottom of the Ruwenzori there. And she recovered, fortunately. But I listened to their story. They had arrived at the airport in the morning, early morning, straight onto a bus, Land Cruiser, whatever. 8-hour journey. It's too much.
Too much.
So I might have gone slightly off your question, but always remember your client and their needs. Help them relax, and they will then enjoy their next few days with you so much. But if they start off exhausted, all right for the teenagers and the 20-year-olds, but even they, I've noticed, sometimes need their rest as well. Measuring your client.
Daniel, last question.
Well, this is this interaction has really it's challenging. It's challenging to me, to see someone has been in industry for 40 years, and you're still telling us some of the things that probably sometimes we overlook or underlook because they're like, okay, yeah, I've done that, I've done that, but you actually realize that even after 40 years, it's still the same thing. You have to do it. Sometimes the clients who come and you have to sometimes compromise on what be a standard of your company, which sometimes can degrade the quality of service you're giving. But with what you're explaining and what you're pushing me personally, you're pushing me to a level where I'm going to say, if it's not this, you're not my client. I think try someone else. I think that's where we're getting to now. Personally, that's what I'm thinking. Because if I'm going to compromise on the quality of service I have to give you as my client, then you're not my client. That means someone else can give you that certain type of service. So my last question would be this. I don't know about the high-end clients from Britain. I've received some from different countries, but never from Britain. What advice would you give people who are entering that niche, high-end ultra luxe, to appeal, or how can we appeal to the high-end clients? Because most times they are either stopped by their companies or corporations because of maybe different circumstances like what we had with the Ebola and all that. I recently had a client who is high-end, though he doesn't want to act as, but he's from Singapore. He was actually being stopped by his company that he's heading. They told him, do not go to Uganda. Really? But he told them, you people, this is my life. I decide what I want to do. You cannot decide for me. He's 63, but he told them, you cannot stop me from going where I want to go. My agent is telling me everything is fine, but you're trying to stop me. So how can we appeal to the high-end clients First of all, to give them to give that kind of thing that we are safe, but also attracting them to come to Uganda.
Well, in your particular case,
Yes.
your selling point
Yes.
is that you are doing something that no one else is doing. You are doing something, tourism, in a way that no one else, as far as I know, is doing. In other words, if I was doing my advertising campaign for your business, I'd be saying, just see Uganda in a new way. See Uganda in a totally different way. Underneath, are you fed up with traffic? Are you fed up with traffic jams?
The long haul.
Then why don't we go by helicopter? Yeah? Yeah. Are you tired of wasting hours on the road? Are you tired of swerving from matatus? Something like that, but attracting them that you are doing something unique
Yeah.
by just taking them up and away over.
Yeah.
I can't wait to go on one of your tours, actually.
I'll be glad to have you. I would be glad to have you.
Yeah. It's what they call around the world in 60 days. Yeah, you're doing it around
Around
Uganda
East
in.
Can I just say, Chairman, and I know you're winding up, but just very quickly, I've been lucky enough to have been part of tourism in Uganda for 40 years. I started did my first safari actually in '92, so I actually was safari, as 30 whatever years ago. I have seen so many changes. Let me tell you, on my first safari in '92, I had to instruct the driver of my vehicle to stop. Why?
Right.
To listen to that bird. To look at that tree. You what? You want to stop what for? To listen. Life had been tough in Uganda in the 70s and early 80s and all through the 80s. I know, I was here. I could see it was tough. People have been surviving, just living. And then you've got this Mzungu driving you as a driver and saying, stop, I want to listen to the birds. But that's what people have come to see and hear, haven't they? They've all come for different reasons, but most of them want to hear or see the birds. They want to look at that view of the lake, a view. I remember telling my driver as we went down the escarpment, going down to Queen Elizabeth at Chambura for the first time. Well, just stop up. Why, is there a problem? No, there's no problem. We just want to look at that view. And now look where you are with your industry today. Doing what you're all doing, even flying clients. It's the progression. Don't underestimate what you've done. The progression has been incredible. You're now on a level with Kenya and anybody. You see? Yeah.
Thank you, Madam Tina. I want you to look into that camera and speak to the tour operators, your last word in your hand. And then we shall have Malcom. Then we'll close this program.
Yes. I mean, all I can say is we have a beautiful country. Uganda is beautiful. Remembering Churchill, Uganda, the pearl of Africa. It is still the pearl of Africa. Look after it. Love your country. Be proud to be Ugandans. But love each other. Be united. It says united we stand and divided we fall. And sing the national anthem. But it's a prayer. Pray for yourselves. Oh, Uganda. May God uphold it. Sing it, but it's a prayer. And again, just to finish off, yes, the big fives are there. I'm now beginning to always skip on this word, but also begin to encourage outsiders. Uganda has something unique, also on the local level. We have a unique tree. You can only find it in the zoo. We've got a unique animal. You can only find it. We've got these insects, special in this. So even local tourism, community tourism, begin searching into it, like you're doing schools, academic. We study these things. By the way, I was really impressed, and I've told Richard like a year ago, now I've met you, talking about academics, school trips. We study so many things, and it's painful for me when I look back. You're busy being beaten to cram it, but you've never seen it. Up to now, I've never seen it. Until I met him, I've now been able to see the Rift Valley. The only trip I did was to Jagali, which is now gone. Okay, so school trips, yes. And Richard, start also maybe clinging on to, become a hitch to Julius. Teaching those kids in schools, taking them on trips, a particular thing. Have you seen bamboo? Some of them have never seen bamboo, but they talk about bamboo. So local things, trees, flowers, butterfly, all those things. They're small, but they count. They're in class. We need to see them. So well done, you, by the way. Well done. So thank you.
Thank you so much. Mr. Malcolm.
Yes.
Your last word to tour operators who are watching us today.
Well, thank you very much for the opportunity of meeting with you. It's been a privilege. And it's been a privilege, again, I say, to be part of Uganda's life for over 40 years. And especially to see how tourism has grown. Well done. As Tina has said, be proud of what you've got. You have seriously got things to show the world, but do it well. Do it with passion, do it with quality. And well done you for being organized and being practical, not just theory in the head, not just talking, but doing the job for Uganda. Well done. Thank you.
Thank you very much, our viewers. Thank you very, very much, Mr. Malcolm and Tina, for giving us this beautiful time. We don't take it for granted. Tour Operators Academy, again, is here to help you. Please don't forget to comment, share, and like the video, and make sure that other tour operators are also benefiting from this wonderful interview. I want to thank you very much from the Tour Operators Academy team. Thank you for giving us this time, and safe journey back to the UK. Thank you very much. You're welcome.
Thank you.
Thank you so much.
Well done.
I
It's
didn't get
interesting.
this, yes.
Very interesting.
Thank you.
Very, very, very.
Very good conversation.
Your timing is wonderful. Yes.
Thank you for having us.
Not at all.
welcome,
No.
Daniel.
This is a
Thank you.
beautiful home.
Yeah, no.
Thank you,
Yes,
sir.
it is a nice place.
Yes,
Yes.
it is a nice place.
Yes.
We'll
No.
see what we can do. No problem.
We wish you well, both, all of you, with what you're
Yeah.
doing. It's,
Thank you so much.
yeah.
Yeah.
Tina was talking about the community outreach. As Tour Operators Academy, we'll be having an outreach at
Yeah.
the end of this year.
Okay.
And we want to reach out a community that is in Mali.
Yeah.
Yes,
Yeah.
we want to go and see if we could
Good for you.
help
Yeah.
them.
Yeah. Yeah.
We have not had